A woman's face with nature's own hand painted. Hast thou the master, mistress of my passion? A woman's gentle heart, but not acquainted with shifting change as is false women's fashion. An eye more bright than theirs, less false enrolling, gilding the object whereupon it gazeth, a man in hues, all hues in his controlling, which steals man's eyes and women's souls amazeth. And for a woman wert thou first created, till nature, as she wrought thee, fell a doting, and by addition, me of thee defeated, by adding one thing to my purpose nothing. But since she pricked thee out for women's pleasure, mine be thy love, and thy love's use their treasure.
You would have called him a miracle, but I would have called him mine. Back then you hid behind metaphors, powdered your longing in pretty language, like men who survive but not saying too much. A soft-faced boy you implied, as if softness were a warning, as if beauty in a man needed explanation. Where I come from, boys like us don't get no sonnets. They get stared at on the train. They get followed home. Mira como camina, they whisper, like desire is something to accuse. You implied nature made him twice, like there was an error to correct, like God slipped and gave him too much. I've seen men like that, sweating through July on the Lower East Side, gold chain resting on a chest that refuses shame, mouth tasting like rum, like night, like ganas. We don't call it painted. We call it survival. Aprendiendo how to be looked at and still take up space. You were so close. You called him master, mistress, because your language had nowhere else to put him. I can feel it in your lines, the way your hunger trembles just beneath the page. Pero te dio miedo. You chose distance, chose language over touch, chose safety over truth. Boys like us, we don't have that luxury. I come from a lineage of men who loved anyway, en baños, en carros, en cuartos prestados, in a city that taught us how to disappear and still be seen. No me hables de restraints, no me hables de lo que no pudiste tener. I have kissed men with sirens in the background, pressed my body against theirs like oración against a church wall, like we were both trying to survive the same fire. If you saw him now, you wouldn't write about nature. You would follow him down Christopher Street into the subway heat. Watch the way the whole car turns to look, y entenderías. There was never anything accidental about him, only you afraid to name what you wanted.